Yeah, student, this is first video for the Financial Econometrics course which we are offering in the first semester. This is a finance elective course, as I just said. I would be having a discussion on this course in this video on following edge. Usually what happens when we start a course, the very first thing which we would like to discuss with the student is why this course? You can think that this is some way hard selling the course, but to my mind, it is more than that. Rather, this discussion of why this course is more focused on this issue that how this course can be utilized better and what you can expect from the course and what this course can offer to you. Keeping all these things in mind, I would like to repeat that let's talk about first head of today's discussion on this first video. Why this course? As you are finding in the slide itself, if you look at the present scenario, present business scenario, you'll be surprised to know that in businesses we usually make decisions. If you do, I mean, whether at the top or at the bottom, at every level of the organization, you'll find that people are taking decisions. What is happening nowadays that more and more, there are two extreme all the time. One is completely intuition based, gut feel based, or on the basis of experience, people take decisions. On the other hand, it is fully information based. Rather, I should say that it's more automatic, like a model would have been made where you would have keyed in some data or information and you have got an output in the form of decision, like decision support system. So these are two extreme, but the reality is somewhere in between. What is happening nowadays that more and more decisions are nowadays based upon the evidence. So that's why you will find the courses which help organizations, companies, policymakers, decision makers to take decision on the basis of evidence are increasing. You'll find more and more people are using evidence-based decision making, which was not earlier the case. The reason may be basically two: advancement in technology and computing. Advancement in computing skills also. Earlier, softwares were not there. That easily available, easily usable softwares were not there, but now, so both advancement in computing and technology would have made this possible that more and more people are looking for evidence-based decision making. That's why you will find that the courses which are meant for data or processing of data are increasing, and that's why this all area business analytics. So similar to business analytics, we can have another area we can call financial analytics. So this course is practically meant to support this analytics, that too from the financial point of view, which eventually is supposed to help evidence-based decision-making process. That's why you'll find that more and more people are going to for those courses which help in evidence-based decision-making. If I very quickly go through a little bit at what this course is all about in terms of how it helps in evidence-based decision-making, there are two types of models which are normally made. One is deterministic, other is stochastic model. Deterministic model is something like A is equal to B plus C for that matter. Or let me be more realistic. Y is equal to A plus BX, where Y is a variable, X is a variable, and is a relationship between Y is equal to A plus BX. So this relationship that Y depends upon A plus B into X is something which is fixed. If this is the case, we are talking about deterministic model. On the other hand, when we are not certain, y is equal to a plus bx plus that uncertainty, when it is introduced in the relationship between y and x, then we would have migrated from deterministic model to stochastic model. So again, reality is not deterministic. Reality is always stochastic, especially when you talk about business, people, buying behavior, even investment behavior. You will find that people are more behaving like a uh, uncertain or some error in decision making. Very simply put, today you ask some question, they may answer one way. Tomorrow you ask the same question from the same person, you might not get the same answer. That is what the difference between deterministic and stochastic. Deterministic will all the time give you y is equal to a plus bx. 2 plus 3 is 5. But that's not the case in stochastic. That is the difference. So practically when we talk about courses like econometrics, analytics, or application of analytics or financial analytics in business, we are confining ourselves to talk about stochastic model. That is what the basic idea of this course also. If I give you a quick understanding of learning in data science, then nowadays I can divide that type of learning in data sciences into three parts: statistical learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. I would like to just tell you at this juncture with this much that they are in the hierarchy. And as we move from lower rungs to upper rungs, you will be going in steps. You just can't move from one step to third step or fourth step to fifth step. All of a sudden, you have to move in the order. There are people who specialize in artificial intelligence, they try to specialize in machine learning, and they come back. They say they are not complete because they have got a lot of loopholes. They have big gaps which they cannot capture unless until they understand the first step, that is what statistical learning is. This course, Financial Econometrics course, will take a lot of input from statistical learning. I'll just clarify that thing as I move to my next point and first head. That is why this course. When we say statistical learning, so statistical learning is first step move. One is one notch ahead, that goes to machine learning. Another notch ahead, you go, it becomes artificial intelligence. We'll talk about more about these three at due course of time. Coming back to the first, statistical learning, types of learning. Then statistical learning can also be divided into four parts: descriptive, inferential, and Bayesian. In this small video, I can't discuss the difference between these three, but I can say econometrics. If I have to define what is econometrics, then econometrics, I have just took this thing from the dictionary. It says that application of statistical method to the study of economic data and problems. Simply put, application of statistical learning to solve a business or social real life problem. That is what econometrics is. So econometrics is not statistics, econometrics is not economics, econometrics is a pure tool to solve the problems. And that's why econometrics has been defined this way. That's why this course is with you. We are not teaching statistics. And moreover, we are not teaching even econometrics. What we are teaching is financial econometrics. So we are more focused application of uh, financial data, application of econometrics using financial data to solve the problems which are part of financial world. So that's why this was financial econometrics. So I've answered the second point of my today's discussion, small discussion in this first video. Now I quickly move to this thing, how financial econometrics, third heading, how financial econometrics is different from econometrics. After all, this course is on financial econometrics. So we are discussing financial econometrics. So how financial econometrics is different from econometrics. So look at the difference in financial data and economics data. You'll find that economics data is very purely defined like GDP. It's not clear-cut data. So you will find that there are many issues which are part and parcel of economic data, like there could be measurement error, there could be revision in data, but that's not the case in case of financial data. Financial data are well defined, like stock price, closing stock price, well defined, clear cut data. Moreover, frequency is also pretty high when we talk about financial data, which is not the case in case of economic data. Accuracy is clear. There's nothing, no vagueness, no measurement error like in economics data. In financial data, it's clear. And above all, I would say the method by which we are supposed to capture economic data and the way we are going to process and the way we are going to capture and process financial data are not same. That's why using econometrics to solve financial problem or apply knowledge of econometrics for solving the problems of financial world will not be a great deal. Rather, a branch of econometrics, which is nothing but financial econometrics, will be much more suitable. That's why we have gone, we have separated ourselves, or we have gone into a niche area of econometrics, and we are talking about financial econometrics. I'll quickly show this is more theoretical. Practically, what happens, a problem comes, we convert a problem into a model. because before solving something you have to clarify what exactly the problem is. So that type of thing is known as modeling. Then we collect data. Step 3, step 4, model is tested using the data, and then we get to know. I'll talk about this, what is statistically significant or appropriate, as I talk about type of statistical learning. As we move from descriptive to inferential, things become clearer. This I'll be able to do it in course of time. So statistically, when the model is tested, then we get to know whether the model is statistically significant or not. And if it is significant, then the next step, step 6, is obviously to use the model. And if it is not statistically significant or it is not appropriate in a layman's language, go back to the step 2, design a new model to solve the problem. Problem cannot be wrong, but the way you would have tried to frame the problem so that can be solved may be questionable, and that's why, as you do not get a statistical model, means model is wrong, not the problem is wrong. So that is what I'm saying when I say that in the sixth step, if the fifth step is not statistically significant, move to the step 2. Now I'll just give you a quick idea about the software and books. First of all, as long as this course is concerned, it is much better if you depend upon for examination, especially on discussions. So whether discussion through videos, discussion through online sessions or face-to-face sessions, or I'll be giving you, I'll just come to, as I go to my next head plan of the course, I'll give you a slightly better idea how you can manage with this course. So far, let me introduce you to three softwares. First of all, Excel is always there as a software. It helps Excel, MS Excel. And we have got three specialized software. There are many more. I've just taken these names because we have access. SIBM Pune gives you access for these three. That's why I'm showing you eViews, Stata, and SAS. So these three software we have got access. This year I'm planning either I'll migrate between Stata or eViews. I'll see what is available because right now this is COVID-19 situation, so it's entirely different time. So I can't say what will happen, but I'll try to confine myself to make it as easy as possible. I'll try to stick to one software. As I was just saying, advancement in technology and advancement in computing skill would have made the job of financial analyst or those who use statistical knowledge or financial econometric knowledge to solve the business problem has become very easy. So when I say easy, so these softwares are going to be handy for us. I have two books for you. Both the books are available in soft copy. I'll gradually pass it out to you. One book is world famous book by Gujarati on basic econometrics. This is a general book on econometrics. So it could be termed as Bible, at least for the beginners. And second book, which is not a general book on econometrics, but it is a financial econometrics book by the Chris Books. Introductory Econometrics for Finance by Chris Book. The speciality of this book is that this book is so easy that can easily be understood by anyone, whether you have got very strong background in mathematics, statistics or not, doesn't matter. This book helps practically everyone, whether you have background, you don't have background, you have interest in statistics or the more mathematical things. If you just want to understand the nitty-gritty of financial econometrics and would like to directly use for solving the problem, then probably this book will become more handy. Basic Econometrics Gujarati is also a good book, so I have kept both the books. Choice is yours. I would usually follow the second book and then move on in my course from first to next chapters. Last thing, plan of the course. I'll show you something I have kept ready. This is, if you look at. So these are the eight. Roughly, usually we have 8 sessions. Right now we'll be having around 16 sessions in this way. So what topics. Please look at the topics on which you would like to have some discussion. I'll start with next discussion is going to be on simple regression. We'll move to multiple regression. So these 3 R's are practically meant for regression. Then the regression is based upon certain assumptions. We'll be taking them up, and then discussion on variable, dummy variable regression. Very nice story. We'll move to ARIMA, VAR. These are the tools which are meant for doing the forecasting of things lot still to go and pre-discussion. We'll move to co-integration, error correction model, volatility models, bivariate gas volatility models, and the toughest part is panel data. Econometrics will be addressing. We'll be addressing panel data econometrics, and then a little bit more about panel data, pool regression, and diagnostics of panel data. So if you look at this course, which I have planned for you, is pretty good, interesting, and commit it makes some commitment with you to deliver high quality things. The only thing remained which cannot be done by my side is your efforts. If you put a little bit of effort, you will find that you will have a very good hold. And the best part of the course which I have planned is that this course is going to be very easy. Though econometrics is supposed to be toughest course, financial econometrics is usually supposed to be toughest course, but I have designed in such a way that it will become very easy. But there is always some bare minimum threshold level of efforts which have to be there. If you cross that or you maintain that threshold level of efforts, you will find this course be very interesting. But if you do not maintain that threshold level of bare minimum level of effort, you will find this course is really tough. I have just given this assessment plan that also you can look. So enough for this small video. I'll continue with my discussion. I'll start classical normal linear regression model, simple regression model in my next video. Thank you.